This is Sydtravella, where we try to share some of the exciting travel options with people seeking to make their travel more extraordinary. Today is June 11, 2024. I would like to share my experience of traveling 3 days in Singapore. Singapore is a country in Asia, very well developed, very vibrant city. I traveled from California to Singapore. Singapore has very lush gardens, and it's like they planned it very well, where even if the country if the city even if the city is very developed, um, they made sure that there's still flora and gardens and parks within the city. They have a Chinatown as well. They have a mix of population. They have Chinese, they have Indian, and Malay. So those three ethnicities are very prominent in Singapore. It's a very fun itinerary actually when you visit Singapore. If you're a food lover, they also have a very interesting street food that a lot of people, especially in Chinatown, there are some cozy spots like hidden, but you have to discover it and you have to really explore, because it's not just within the area of the street food, but it's somewhere else in the city. You can always explore the city with the MRT, the Metro Rail Transit. They also have airport shuttles. That's typical. Probably the cost is about $2 to $5 for the public transport. The very first attraction that you will see in Singapore is the Changi Airport. Amazing architecture, amazing vortex, like it's like a jewel. It's stunning rain vortex in the middle of nicely planted landscape. From the time you get into the airport, it's already the first experience you will have. It's really very impactful. You can really stay at the marina to a more nice experience. But if you are, like, say, if you're traveling in a budget, you can try the India, where the India area is, you the hotel there is cheaper, but it's basically the cultural diversity of Singapore is really really amazing, with the presence of Indians, Malays, and Chinese all together. It's like a melting spot. The hotels in the marina is more expensive. It's about probably more than $150 per night if you have money to spend. The MRT is like the mass rapid transit, so majority of the people are using this. So what you can do is you could just buy a tourist pass. Like a tourist pass will get you around the city, and it will, you know, it will lessen your in and out and buying the tickets. You can also have Grab. Grab is also very popular. One thing that you can also see is the National Gallery of Singapore. It's a very famous gallery. It's you can probably go to that gallery in the morning. It's very close to the Singapore. It's very close to the Singapore River, and it's right in the middle. It's right in the heart of Singapore. They have the Civic District as well, which is very famous also. The National Gallery has like a collection of more of traditional and contemporary arts. There is like permanent collection of artists from Southeast Asia. The entrance is about $15 per person. You can also see the nice skyline on top of the roof of the National Museum. Another famous one is the Anderson Bridge with the famous Merlion. You know the Merlion that blows the water? Yeah, it's a very famous spot in Singapore, and you can also go there after you go to the museum. The Singapore Sands is like where you can see the water on top of the building. Singapore is really urbanized. Another extraordinary scenery that you can go to and you can experience is it's another museum in the Art and Science Museum in the marina. Is also a good place to go. There's a good experience of the team lab. It's like a borderless exploration, similar in Tokyo. There's a sensory experience in this museum. And also another thing that you want to go to is the Satay by the Bay. It's all the cuisine, like Thai cuisine, and everything is there. It's a culinary gem in Singapore. They have all the barbecue, all the satay, all the skewer. So it's an interesting place to go. Crabs, you have a lot there, like lobsters, crabs. You can have everything there. You can get like from spicy sauce to just like sweet and savory sauce. The Marina Bay Sands is another place that you can go to. The Marina Sands Hotel is where it's the most breathtaking view of Singapore. You will see everything. It's on top. It's amazing, amazing place. So it's actually very high, about 50 something, about 57-story building. Panoramic view of Singapore, and everybody is just like going there. It has a nice view of the city. It's also famous for its infinity pool, where people can just go and enjoy the the entire panoramic view of the city. It's also famous for, like, in the afternoon you can go to, after you do lunch at the Satay by the Bay, you can go to Gardens by the Bay. It's a huge flower dome. It's like a huge variety of flowers all over the world, from Mediterranean and subtropical gardens, and creatively updated to celebrate events like Halloween, Christmas, like transforming the entire display in a very creative manner. It's like a dome of kaleidoscope of colors and themes depending on the event within the year. And then after that, you can go to the cloud forest. Another exciting experience where you can walk around. You can walk around the forest. Usually, the most exciting thing to go to experience there is the 9 stages of the forest, of the garden. So it has like, it's more mesmerizing. Every section that you go has a different feel. It has a different vibe. It's very misty there. It's like probably about $20 for the entrance. Oh, another one is the Super Tree Grove. It's like giant mushrooms, if you will take a look at it. It's very iconic. It's so Instagram friendly. People are just like walking and holding their cameras above them, above their heads, because of the beauty of the Sky Tree Grove. And yeah, in this Sky Tree Grove, there's like an OBC Skyway where people can stroll over it. Like it's like a bridge all around the grove. It's the OCBC Skyway where people can walk around the bridge. It's like a bridge on top. And during the night, it's like they have a light show there. Like it has a beautiful light show where the light changes and it's like moving along the grove. Like a dazzling light presentation. For me, when I look at it, it's similar to the Pandora. Another breathtaking place is the Chinatown. Huge Chinatown, very colorful. Everything there is very colorful and it's not very expensive. Another attraction there is Tian Tian Kok Keng Temple. Very nice temple. It's like a continuous exploration of Chinatown, and you can end up in Tian Hock Keng Temple. And then after that, after Tian Hock Keng Temple, you can go to the Telok Ayer Street. Telok Ayer Street is also a nice location where you can explore the sights and sounds of Singapore. They usually go to the temple to do their prayers and all. Actually, it's not a temple where people are just going there for like a tourist attraction. It's actually a temple where people are really praying. And people are really, it's like a pilgrimage when they go there and they pray. So after they pray in the temple, they go to this marketplace, like where it's a food center. Maxwell Food Center. A lot of food from all over the world. But Chinese food, noodles, ramen, everything that you can imagine. It's all there. It's like a mixture of like Indian culture, the Malay culture, and the Chinese culture present, evident in Singapore. It's like a food court, a very relaxed setting where you can go to the kiosk or go to each outlet and get your food and then find your space, find your table. And don't miss the Pinnacle at Daxton. Very nice place also. It's the Pinnacle in Daxton is like a very good, a nice landmark. It's a towering landmark in Chinatown. Very good architecture. It's also like an architectural marvel. Singapore has created really like making sure that there's plants around the people. So even in the Pinnacle at Daxton, they boast for the world's largest sky garden. So it has a sky garden. Architecture is really amazing. Phenomenal architecture. It's about when you reach the 50th floor, you will see the phenomenal view of Chinatown, and it also has like a sky bridge where you can when people can walk through. This is Sydtravella, where we try to share some of the most exciting travel options with people seeking to make their travel more extraordinary. Today is June 11, 2024. It was a very short 3-day trip, so you really have to make sure that you're following your list and you're following your schedule. Otherwise, you will miss all the spots. You will not be able to visit a lot if you will not be following your schedule. So it is important that one, you get your tourist pass so you'll be able to move around the city. Second, you have to be mindful of your schedule. Make sure that you're following your schedule, otherwise you will miss your itinerary. Oh, the best place to go to dinner is the Fry Rooftop Bistro Bar. Very nice and very, very good food also. But this time they do the fusion, the food fusion of like different cultures. Very creative, very creative menu too. Another one, if San Francisco has like painted ladies, um, they have colorful the colorful houses in Juchiat. It's like different colors also, like similar concept as the painted ladies in San Francisco. It's like rainbow. You will also see a temple on Ceylon Road. Um, it's the Ganesha. It's a tribute to Ganesha. It's like a pink tower. This is where you can see the Hindu influence in Singapore. There's also a lot of restaurants where you can eat, where you could have like the Indian cuisine in that section of the city. Kampong is also another, the Kampong Glam is also another destination that you can go to right after. It's like Arabic, because you could see like Oman, Baghdad, a lot of those names. Like there's a lot of like Turkish Mediterranean cuisine in that area. There's also the Sultan Mosque in this area. This is Sydtravella. Well, we try to share exciting travel experience and travel options with people who wants to seek for a more extraordinary travel destinations. Today is June 11, 2024. Since there is like sections of cultural sections in Singapore, another section that you can go to is the Malay section. It's the Malay Heritage Center, where all the exhibit about the Malaysian of the Malay culture is. It's a huge center, like, but it's a very big land area with the plaza and with the small buildings. And then after you go to that Malay center, you can go to Zamzam restaurant. And then after that, we went to Vietnam. Amazing. We stayed longer in Vietnam for about seven days. Another nice destination. Very good food also. A lot of rivers. Interesting sights and sceneries. They have epic countryside where, boats and everything is so nice. And you can have your dress made. There's like you can fit, and you have yourself measured for you to have dress. When you start there for your day one and two, you could just go to the center, like in Hanoi. It's the capital and the second largest city. Of course, don't miss the pho when you go to Vietnam. You can go to the old quarter and see like the stores there, clothing, everything that you can imagine. There's a lot of motorcycle in Vietnam. The Hoan Kiem Lake is also nice. There's also a Catholic church, the St. Joseph Cathedral is also in the center of Vietnam. Some of them are also Catholic. I think it was built in 1850. Oh, and of course, don't forget the Vietnamese coffee. They have a nice, when you go to St. Joseph Cathedral, Eden's Coffee is just beside it. So don't miss Eden Coffee. You have to go to Eden Coffee. And also they have like millions of motorbikes all over the city. It's like motorbikes. And also there's this famous section where the railroad, where people will sit beside the railroad and the train will be passing by. You will see the train pass by and you are just like beside, in front of you. You will never miss good food in Vietnam. They always have beer, they always have coffee, everything. This is Sydtravella, where we try to share some of exciting destinations with people who wanted to make their travel more extraordinary. Today is June 11, 2024. You can also go to Nimbin in Tam Kok. You can ride a boat and cruise along the river bank. They also have like islands, small islands where you can go. The weather is very nice. Sometimes it's rainy, but it's very tropical, and most of the time it's so humid. There is also when they were trying to escape, there's like a huge boat that's also exhibited. After Vietnam, we plan to go to Thailand, another famous destination. I know they are famous for like having your dress made. Like there's a tailor where there's a lot of like a room where there's a lot of fabric, and then you will just choose your fabric and you will have your dress made. Just like custom tailor that you can use. It's fabric all over. This is Sydtravella, where we share some travel options with people who wanted to make their travel extraordinary. Today is June 11, 2024. Another extraordinary sights that you can see is the Japanese bridge. The Japanese bridge is also a nice area where you can just stroll. They also serve like cold noodles. It's like white roast and cold noodles, but it's very spicy. You can put some spices and it will really become very spicy. They have seashell. They have the pork inside the steam bun, which is so good. They have because they were influenced by the French people. They have the baguette. They have, how do you call it? It's like the banh mi. Another city that usually is so busy is the Ho Chi Minh. Vietnam is really like a place where people are always riding the motorcycle. Oh, there's another thing that you can go to. They call it the secret guard. This is Sydtravella. Well, we try to share exciting options with individuals who wants to have a travel itinerary that is extraordinary. And today is June 11, 2024. Another major destination is Thailand. Usually they have like top 15 amazing places to visit in Thailand. Like it has like 15 destinations that you can visit. Very exciting destinations in the country. Thailand is if Thailand is here, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam. So it's a very short trip between Vietnam and Thailand. It's right in the center of Southeast Asia. They also have very delicious cuisine. The main the main city is called Bangkok. It's in the center. It's Bangkok is in the center of Thailand. Bangkok, make sure that you know you have a huge appetite because there's also cuisine. The cuisine is also extraordinary. They have nice beaches as well and not very expensive. Another area where there's a lot of tourists is the island of Kusamui. It's a little bit laid back, but there's you can do diving there. You can do a lot of marine activities, kayak, and everything. Oh, don't miss the Phi Islands. Nice destination too. Chiang Rai City is also known for its colorful temples. Street food. The Thai street food is also very famous. This is Sydtravella, where we try to share extraordinary options, extraordinary travel destinations to people to have an extraordinary travel experience. Today is June 11, 2024. If you go south after Thailand, another area that you want to visit is the Philippines. There are a lot of places in the Philippines. Philippines is about 7,108 islands. So all the islands are scattered. It has three major islands, north, central, and southern. Every major island has their own identity. But the best so far is El Nido. It's in Palawan. That is one of the major tourist destinations in the Philippines. The best beaches and coral reefs and clear waters. Palawan is located, El Nido is in Palawan. It's located south of China Sea. Another island that you wanted to visit is Boracay. Boracay has the finest sand, finest white sand, the only one and only unique sand in the Philippines. Another island is Batanes. Batanes is in the north, is the northern part of the Philippines. It's, they say it's, there's always it's a typhoon infested island, but pristine, like it, since it's very isolated. So Batanes is also a very good destination, but not a lot of tourists there. Majority of the people there are just local, and tourists are not. A majority of the tourists wouldn't go to Batanes because it's, number one, the the mode of transportation is very limited. They only have like a small airport, and there's not a lot of flights, so there's not a lot of tourists that would go visit. Another place also in Palawan is the island, is also, is Coron, Coron Island, another beautiful place. The Tubataha Reef, if you are, if you want to go diving, the Tubataha Reef is another destination that you wanted to go to. Another one is on the northern part is the Banawi Rice Terraces. It's a very cold area because it has a higher altitude. This is Sydtravella, where we try to share some of the exciting travel options with people seeking to make their travel more extraordinary. Today is June 11, 2024. Another area where you can have an exciting visit is Vegan. Vegan was able to preserve the architecture left by the Spaniards when they colonized the Philippines. The Philippines was colonized by Spain for 333 years. So the Spanish culture is very evident in the country. And one of the provinces that was able to save the Spanish architecture is Vigan. Vigan is in the Ilocos region, northern part of Manila. It's also in the main island, north of the Philippines. Siargao is also another area where they have nice beaches. Cebu is also a nice area. It's more metropolitan. It's similar to Manila but smaller. Another area that is very exciting is the Chocolate Hills in Bohol. If it's rainy season, the hill is green. When summer comes, the hill will become brown. So that's why they call it Chocolate Hills. Another one is Albay. It's where you can find the perfectly shaped, perfect cone volcano. Another place that's really interesting is Indonesia. The most famous is Bali. It's very surreal. Jakarta is the capital. Very exciting city as well. There's a lot of Muslim of Malay in Jakarta, Indonesia. But it's also a very clean city. Bali is usually a destination. There's a lot of expats in Indonesia. It's not very expensive. With the money, with the strength of the dollars in the US, if you'll be in Indonesia, you'll spend less. The usually the the typical monthly spending is about $2,300. So very affordable. This is Sydtravella, where we try to share some of the exciting travel options with people seeking to make their travel extraordinary. Today is June 11, 2024. You can even rent a motorcycle for about $100 a month for 1 month. You can stay for a luxury place, luxury hotel, at least twice a month, about $300. You can stay there as an investor. You can get an investor visa if you're from the States. The tax might be a little bit tricky. but the expense, the standard of living is not very expensive, very affordable, and you can be in a nice place that probably you can rent a place for about $1,000 that it already includes your utilities and your other bills. Imagine the internet is only about $26, 26 to $28. So it's really, really, really affordable. And also the insurance is not very expensive, probably about $15 a month. Another interesting place is Portugal. It's also affordable. It's like they have a different type of visa also in Portugal. You can put up your business and interesting things that you can do in the city. But sometimes the taxes, the how you pay your taxes is a little bit tricky. This is Sydtravella, where we try to share some of the exciting options with people seeking to make their travel extraordinary. Today is June 11, 2024. I wonder how you're going to pay your taxes for if you're earning if you're earning remotely in the US and you are remotely living in another country. How will you optimize your taxes? I'm sure there will be tricks about it. Probably the best way is like create an LLC. This is Sydtravella, where we'll try to share some of the exciting travel options with people seeking to make their travel extraordinary. Today is June 11, 2024. I'm wondering on how to build offshore companies or LLCs. If you were an American and you probably wanted to live somewhere like probably in Asia. Exciting places to visit. Majority, I like to go probably Asia if it's summer, or probably if it's cold. During winter, it's nice to go to Asia. During summer, it's gonna be super hot there, so I wouldn't go. I'll just stay in the US. But during winter, probably we can go visit. The most exciting thing to do is just travel within the city, within the country, and visit different cities and enjoy the cuisine. That is the most exciting. This is Sydtravella, where we try to share some of exciting travel options with people seeking to make their travel extraordinary. Today is June 11, 2024. Another thing is also, I think it's nice to go to Portugal for citizenship, for long stay, like permanent residency. This is Sydtravella, where we try to share some of the exciting travel options with people seeking to make their travel extraordinary. Today is June 11, 2024.